Welcome back to TNI-UK Impactic, episode 245, coming to you live via the Total Nonstop Impact Network on YouTube and Twitch. And if you listen on the go, then we're also available on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, and wherever you listen to your favorite shows. I am, of course, your host, Bison, and today I am joined by the man coming to us from the void of his own mind, of course, the Joeker! See that dramatic pause I left in there for you?
You left me hanging. I was like, "Why was he frozen?"
No, mate. No, I thought it would be a nice little dramatic pause in there, just to, you know what I mean. Oh, and of course we're joined by the Mass Dog as well, as always,
Yes.
Sammy boy. So, how's your week been, Joe?
It's been pretty hectic.
Been pretty hectic.
Yeah.
It's been a bit warm this week, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been too warm.
It has been a little bit warm, mate, definitely. But listen, Joe, we have got something proper special for everybody today because as everybody obviously knows, I have recently set up my own clothing brand, BISON by Design, as we all know. I've recently signed a couple of athletes, one of them obviously, as you know, being the wrestler Jake Chris, which is absolutely awesome. And we had Jake on the other week. He came on and he actually messaged me today to let me know that his package of clothing has arrived. So I'm waiting for some photographs. He's going to be wearing stuff to the ring. He's going to be promoting that in the US, which is going to be absolutely awesome. And
is he going to do like a live unboxing for you?
I don't know. I know that he's going to do something. I know he's going to do some stuff, and I'm looking forward to that. And we can pop that on there. I believe you've left a link, haven't you, to the Firestarter collection below as well. So if anybody wants to go and check that out, have you done that? Have you done that?
I've not added that one, but the link to the Etsy website's there, and you can find the Firestarter collection very easily. You
just have to head over to the Etsy store. Just click on Firestarter collection, and if you're a massive fan of Jake, then you can get all you need right there. It's all right there. Absolutely superb stuff. We've got hats, we've got t-shirts, we've got track jackets. It's there. You need to go and check that out. And like I said, it's all going to be stuff now that he's obviously going to be wearing at shows, and hopefully be wearing stuff to the ring. You know, so we'll see. But it should be really, really good there. But not only did I get Jake involved, obviously in BISON by Design, but I've also got a British natural bodybuilding champion from 2024 involved in BISON by Design. She is an amazing athlete. Guys, I want to introduce you to the machine, Tracy Hogg.
Hello, everyone.
There she is. There she is, the beautiful Tracy. And how are you? How are you today?
Absolutely great. I'm in peak week this week. I have a show coming on Sunday. So I'm a bit hungry, but I'm a machine.
Of course, you are the machine. That is no doubt about that. That's who you are. But I just wanted to sort of, before we sort of kind of go into any other stuff with regards to like your new signature collection that we want to reveal a little bit later on, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about obviously your bodybuilding and of course how you got started in your bodybuilding and how long you've been a bodybuilder, and how about what shows and where we can see you, because I know that you've certainly got a show coming up in the next few days. So tell us all about it.
I've been bodybuilding probably for about 8 years now. I've trained all my life, and I just really enjoy strength training. So I went into bodybuilding and someone said, why don't you have a go at competing? So I thought, I like the idea of that. Looked into it and I never looked back. But I've got quite a few shows going on this year. I've got the BPA Superhuman show on Sunday, which is in my hometown of Northwich, in the Memorial Court. And then in September, I've got the UK DFBA. And then I've got the PCA Naturals. And then in October, I am going to do the OCB, which is an American federation. They're just coming over for this year. So really excited to be doing that one. And then obviously if you qualify at each of these qualifiers, you can go on to the finals, the British finals, the world finals, European finals, which is what I done last year. I think it was September, October, I done the British finals, which is where I got my British title. and then I got third in the World Championship. So I was really, really pleased with that.
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic. So not only are you a British champion, but you're also third in the world.
I am that.
There you go.
In the figure category, I'm Masters figure.
Okay, and that, I mean, that must have felt absolutely fantastic. I mean, winning the British title is one thing, but coming third in the world in your category must have been an amazing feeling.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing, and it was in Munich in Germany, so you just meet loads of different people from all over the world. So it's really, really great. Yeah, and it was an absolutely amazing feeling being on stage.
Oh, I can imagine, definitely. And I know that they make a big old spectacle of it, don't they? With all the bright lights, and you get all the fancy staging and everything else. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
You've got all the smoke going up and everything else.
Oh my God. I bet it's awesome.
It's proper dramatic.
It sounds like it's a bit like a wrestling entrance.
It is a little bit, yeah. It is, yeah. There's all different federations, and they all do it slightly differently, you see. But yeah. The one I done last year, it had all smoke and everything, and the lighting is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you sent me a load of your photographs. Yeah, some of those photographs, it just looked so good. And I was really pleased to see that you've got you had your delivery of your bodybuilding bikini the other day.
I did, yeah, from my sponsor, Anna Bikini Love and Lucky Pants. So she's just sent me that. So I will get a new bikini for each show that I do. So I've got like a greeny blue one for my first show, really sparkly.
Can't beat the sparkles. Got to have a bit of sparkle.
On stage, you have to shimmer.
Shimmer and shine.
You have to shimmer and shine. You have to stand out.
Fantastic. Now, obviously, we've just talked about you winning the British title in 2024. But how did that sort of did you have an idea that you might you could potentially place, let alone win? Did you have an idea?
You never ever think you're going to win. I don't. But every year consistently, I got placed higher from when I started. So I've always got that target to beat the year before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult to beat winning the title now, though, isn't it?
It is. But yeah, I've got aspirations to go further.
Oh, exactly.
World champion.
Oh, can you imagine? That would be unbelievable. That would be absolutely unbelievable. Yeah. Well, we're all behind you, aren't we, Joe?
Definitely, it's fantastic.
Absolutely superb. Absolutely. Now, let's talk about you joining Bison by Design. Now, I contacted you. I think it was probably about a month ago now, roughly.
Yeah, it was roundabout. Yeah.
It was about a month ago, and I said, "Look, what's going on? Do you have a collaboration with other brands or anything like that?" And we sort of kind of talked about it, and I showed you some images of the stuff that I did, and we talked about shirts and all sorts of stuff like that. But what made you decide that, you know what, the Bison's all right, his stuff looks pretty good? What made you think about joining the brand?
Well, I really like the clothes, and it's really unique. It's so different from anything I've ever seen before.
Oh, well, there you go. Look at that. See, that's what I said. I've said this all
and
along.
Me as well. I love bright colours. I really love bright colours, and you've got some really great colours on there.
Oh, there you go. Well, that's exactly what we're looking at. Now, listen, we're here today because we wanted to talk about you, and we wanted to introduce you to a potentially a new audience of people, because obviously, we're primarily based when it comes to the wrestling audience. But I know that a lot of the wrestling audience are also into the fitness. They're also into going to the gym. They're into that side of things as well. So it's always good to diversify and add in different talents in different areas and show that off as well. But after we sorted out your T-shirts, which you're wearing one today, I might add. You're wearing one of your fantastic T-shirts. Look at that. There you go. The machine. Look at that. We've got another one, which is Team Machine, which I believe Nigel will be sporting. I would imagine at your next show.
Will be. Fits the perfection.
Awesome. There you go, Mr. Perfection, the Punisher,
Yeah.
Mr. Perfection. And I know that he's also your trainer, isn't he, or involved in that side of things as well.
He's my coach. Yeah.
There you go. How cool is that? It must be. Do you have disagreements?
Yes.
Regularly, or is it, occasionally?
No, not regular. Sometimes you just have a difference of opinion, don't you? As everyone sort of does. But we meet in the middle and we sort of end up at the same place at the end of it.
Oh, that's awesome. But
I need to have that because I just need someone to rein me in a little bit. And he's really good at that. Plus, he's really good at weight training.
Well, yeah, I would imagine so, definitely. I wanted to see some photos of him, actually. Does he actually compete these days?
No, he doesn't compete, but he does train. He's got a background in powerlifting and boxing as well.
Right.
So, yeah, he's got all-round knowledge. So the two of us together, because I've got a physio background, which I still am a physio now, and also from a fitness bodybuilding point of view. So the two of us together, we're a great combination. We're a great team machine coaching.
Team machine. There you go. Exactly. But one of the reasons you're here today is because when we sort of started doing the t-shirts and you started promoting Bison by Design for me on the TikTok, on the social medias and all that kind of stuff, we talked about putting together a specific range of clothing, gym wear, based obviously on you. And we came up with this, or I came up with the idea. I said to you one day, I said, just send me a picture of your signature, and you're like, what? That's random. And I came up with the signature collection. So we've now got the machine signature collection, which is only available from Bison by Design. And I know that today we are going to reveal the latest signature collection.
We are.
Gym set, and you're wearing it right now, I believe.
I am. I have it on under my machine t-shirt.
So let's reveal the absolutely superb gym set by Bison by Design of the signature collection.
And this is my favourite colour. So I don't know whether you see?
Yeah.
Oh, incredible.
Fabulous. Sculpted. Pockets at the side so you can pop your phone in if you're listening to your music. And I love the back. Because that's a proper back that you can train in. Because as a bodybuilder, you can get your lats out.
That's it. You want to get your lats out.
You've got to get your lats out, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely.
So,
definitely.
I don't know whether
so there you go, guys. Look, the big reveal of the very first signature collection.
Whether you can see. There's my signature.
There's the signature.
And logo.
And it looks fantastic on the back. It's because it's bigger on the back. It looks really good on the back. Yeah, look at that. Absolutely fantastic. I'm so proud of that. I think it's a fantastic
It's
set.
so comfortable. And the good thing, because I know I've got another set as well, is you can actually train in them.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Not only they look good, but you can actually train in them. I mean, this is like, from a girl's point of view, this is like proper supportive and fitted. So you're not going to have any malfunctions when you're in the gym.
No, that's it. Exactly it. And I think it was very important to me, as it is to you, that whatever we produce has to be, you have to be able to train in it. It's not just, it's not just a fashion accessory. It's a full-on proper, training set. So I mean, that is exactly where we're at with it. I think it's absolutely superb. That particular set is available in olive, which is beautiful as well, and black. We are going to be producing a couple more colors in the future, but at the moment those are the three colors we've got available. The link is below in the description. So all you have to do is you have to hit on that link. That'll take you straight through to TikTok Shop, because that's where we're selling it at the moment, and that takes you through to actually Tracy's link herself. Go through to that. Make sure that you give her a follow, because that's obviously important. We need to do that. And if you haven't followed me already, or BISON by Design, then you need to make sure that you give that a follow as well. But yeah, there it is. The signature collection is available from BISON by Design right now. So go and get it.
And great sizes as well, because they're going from small all the way up to 3XL.
They do, yeah. So I think
so there's a really good range of sizes for everybody on there.
I think it actually goes from double X small. I'm sure it does. Double XS. Yeah. I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Right the way up to 3XL, so like you say.
It's a set for everyone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, she's a good seller, isn't she, Joe?
Yeah, it's fantastic. She knows the stuff. So
yeah, definitely, absolutely fantastic. But Tracy, I think that's all we got time for today. But it's been absolutely amazing having you on the show.
Oh, thank you. It's been my pleasure.
And I think I talk for myself and Joe. We wish you the very, very best at your show this weekend. We can't wait to see we can't see the results.
We'll be wearing our t-shirts to the show.
How about that? Be wearing the t-shirts as well. I mean, just how fantastic is that? I'm so excited for you, and I'm excited to see where this relationship, the collaboration between us goes in the future. But guys, listen, if you love what you just seen, if you love that set, then head over to click the link below. Head over, get yourself a set. They're not stupidly priced or anything like that, so don't worry. It's not super expensive. If you want to support Tracy, then her shirts are also available on the TikTok shop. Everything's also available. Everything I do is available at bbdwear.etsy.com, like it says right here, if you could see that right there. But the most important thing is that no matter what you do, is you head over and you give us all a follow, because the more people that follow us, the more people get to see what we do, and we do appreciate that. So, feel free to do that. And Tracy, you've been amazing. You've been a fantastic guest, and we wish you all the best, and we cannot wait to see those results. So thank you for joining us, and take care.
All right, bye now. Thanks.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow. There you go. How cool was that?
Very cool.
I love it when we have guests on, and Tracy is a superb human being. I absolutely adore her. And I think it's amazing that she's able to come on the show. She's, promoting the gear. And she's right. We want to make sure that whatever we put out there as training gear was suitable to training. Like she said, there's lots of stuff out there that look great, but that aren't necessarily suitable for actually training in. So, superb. So, you know the deal.
Well, I've seen the reviews on your website too, and it's all positive there.
Yeah, I think all the reviews that we've had for everything so far that's gone out has been a 5-star review on service and quality. So, I don't know what else to say, really. It's good quality stuff. I'm actually wearing one of my shirts now. Look at that. Look at that beauty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Absolutely. Oh, well, they go that way, I think. There you go. So you can see the whole thing. Look at that beauty there. So, yeah. So, all available at bbdwear.etsy.com or on the TikTok shop. So, make sure you head over there. Give us a follow. We really, really appreciate it. And if you like anything that you see, then, of course, shop now. That's as they say, shop now. But anyway, right. TNA news and rumours, my friend.
Let's go.
Right. Ash By Elegance brings home the TNA Knockouts World title after winning a 3-way between JC Jane, Masha Slamovich, and of course herself at WWE Heatwave PLE. Well, finally, we've got one of them back.
Yeah. I've left a message for her. All I can say is AJ Styles said it to the honest later, but the same message applies to her. She earned this more than anybody else. I think absolutely fantastic. I was sort of expecting, hoping that maybe we get someone like Tessa Blanchard get the belt off JCJ and before Bound for Glory or something like that, and then you have to come back in as the anti-hero. But Ash By Elegance can do the anti-hero now, especially now the entire Knockouts division is now run by the Elegance brand, so it's like a much more insane time when Maria Kanellis took over the whole Knockouts division. So I'm really looking forward to seeing where this is going to go. But it's been brilliant. The amount of support she's got from all the fans now, waking up and actually realizing how damn good she is. So good to see.
There you go. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, to be fair though, I was actually hoping that JC was gonna last a little bit longer.
Yeah, I thought it was surprisingly too soon for her to lose the belt. I was hoping maybe go to Victory Road and then lose it then, or the event after Victory Road, or even Bound for Glory. But also,
I had a funny feeling that one of the titles was going to be brought home before Bound for Glory.
Yeah,
I really did, because I think the thing here is that you want to make sure that when you win a title back or whatever, that particular person is one getting all that glory. Do you know what I mean? But I still think, the same is what people are saying in the comments there, that, there's still a story to be told. Just because it's been brought back doesn't mean to say it's going to stay there.
Yeah, I say Passion isn't going to be a paper champion.
No, exactly. I think there's going to be a fight. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think this is all over and done with.
Oh no, I'm not dismissing it, but we've seen that happen in the past. Guys have won belts and then a week later they've lost it. It's been pretty frustrating at times.
I think one of the most amazing things, and I think somebody said it in the chat there, that she didn't pin JC though, did she?
No, she pinned Masha Slamovich.
Yeah, so so that's the interesting thing here. So that tells you that potentially there is still a story. She's going to be claiming now that she wasn't pinned.
Well, she's got a contract rematch too, but it's now less of a date than a week ago that she wasn't pinned. So she's not going to be demoralized or not knocked down that way. The one who suffered the most here is Masha Slamovich.
Of course. So I think what we're going to see is we're probably going to see the rematch at Victory Road. Do you think?
I'm looking forward to it, definitely.
I think that's what we're going to. I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to see. I'm pretty sure of that. What's this? Would it be so funny next week's live Impact show if Jessica Havoc shows up? It's gone. Jessica Havoc shows up as his victory celebration payback for what happened. Yeah, that would be amazing.
That would be brilliant.
Yeah.
How do I come up with
that would be very good
with the braids of garlic too, just to shove it down her throat.
Without doubt. But I think it's amazing. I mean, like you say, we've got that one back. We're gonna have some story now building right the way through to Bound for Glory, I would imagine. But I think it's gonna be awesome. And you know what I mean? I wasn't sure about the Elegance brand, but they've sort of kind of grown on me a little bit. And anyone that thinks Ash isn't a good wrestler, I think you need to really take a good look at her, because she actually is a very good wrestler.
She's the full package in the Knockouts division.
She is. She definitely is, and it's a shame she wasn't given the opportunity at WWE, really, because she's reinvented herself and she's doing an amazing job. And I think she's a fantastic star. But Zaya Brookside will be representing TNA at NXT for the #1 contender speed tournament, beginning Tuesday, 2nd of September on NXTNA, as I like to call it now.
This is going to be interesting.
But what's the rules on this? What's this speed tournament? What does that mean?
I have no idea what the full rules are, but I know Chris Sabin was in one earlier this year. It's something like it's a very, very short time limit or something. You've got to beat them within, like, say, 5 minutes or something like that. Probably more than that, but
so you've got to beat them in quick succession. So is it more than one?
No, I think it's just one person. It's sort of like the best way to compare it would be compare it to the Grand Championship. There's a match with a set of rules, and then the biggest thing is the faster you beat someone, the better you have in the chart. The higher up you go in the tournament, and then you get to choose your opponent or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. I'm looking forward to getting to see this one out. Does anyone in the chat actually know the rules?
Yeah,
I would be interested to know.
Don't want people taking my word for everything and then realizing I'm talking a load of crap, because that's just standard.
Yeah, I just if anyone knows exactly how this speed tournament works, leave us a little, leave it in the chat. I'd be interested to see what it is. But yeah, there you go. But Dead Punt's right. Look, sometimes you've got to go away to see what you're actually worth. Yeah, I get it, definitely, and I agree with you, Dead Punt, definitely. What's that Tug's social media manager? What's that about? Let me know. Right, Immersed is back. Is back, a new episode for the acclaimed Immersed series, looking at Steve Macklin and the birth of the TNI International title. Will be available this Wednesday, 12 p.m. Eastern, on TNA Plus, the Fight Network, and YouTube channels. I love this series. Do you?
Yeah, I do. I'm looking forward to seeing this new episode come. But
I think it's brilliant.
Yeah,
I honestly believe it. I absolutely love the Immersed series. I really like the Diary series as well. So I hope they do some more of those, because I think that's a really good series as well. But of course, I think they're gonna. I don't know whether they're gonna continue the whole Fade to Black type scenario that they did with Slammiversary. But it'd be good to see one of those kind of style sort of
They'll probably be one for Bound for Glory.
I reckon there would be.
Yeah, I think it's going to be just for the big 4 pay-per-views, or Bound for Glory and Slammiversary at least.
Yeah, I think those are good. I really like them, and I think it would be.
I
really
still get to watch the one for Slammiversary. It keeps set constantly on my mind. I'm going to watch it tonight, and then I can bloody forget it when I get around to it.
Yeah.
I caught up on Impact yesterday. I was going to watch it before, but it was so late at night. I thought after watching Impact, I was going to forget that.
Fair enough. Do you know what I haven't done, Joe? Before I move on to the next segment, I need to say hello to everybody. I haven't done that.
Yeah.
So I want to say hello to Gibster, Barry Monkey, Eric Isaac, Mir Neeson, Dead Punk Gage, Remain Motivated. I think he's obviously popped in to see us because of Tracy Barlow.
Yeah.
J Bones in the house. We've got
Paul Simmons.
Zach Minger is in the house. Happy National Banana Lovers Day. He looks like Remain wants a t-shirt. He's all over that. Fantastic. Are you going to do wrestling gear at some point? You know what? You never know. I might do. People wishing Tracy good luck. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Paul Matthewson's here. David Valentine. Will Jody Threat sign with AEW when her contract expires in a few months? I don't think so. Did I mention Paul, Eric? Yeah, they're all in there. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anybody.
Yeah,
Chicken Phillips. Chicken Phillips is in the house. How are you doing, bub? Nice to see you. What else have we got?
That's everybody, I think. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There you go, Dead Punk. Right. So basically, you have to beat your opponent within a 3 to 5 minute time limit. Very similar to when WWE used to do the Beat the Clock challenge. Okay, there you go. So it's a bit like that then.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Nice. Okay. As you've been bringing up the Xplosion, let's have a chat. Let's talk about it. Sorry, I had to get that one in there.
Yeah.
Xplosion kicked off with a match from Victory Road. It was the Kurt Angle versus Mick Foley match. I don't know if you remember it. It was a pretty amazing match. That was when, I think it was the year that Kurt Angle was leaning down, wasn't he? Because he was planning on, I think he was planning on doing the Olympics again or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm sure he was. He was going to go in but he was going to go into some mat wrestling tournament again. It might have been the Olympics. He was going to try out for the Olympics again or something. And he proper leaned down. He was toned, but he wasn't like bulked out. But anyway, he had a match against Mick Foley. It was a pretty damn good match. I loved seeing Mick in the. I always love seeing Mick Foley in a TNA ring because he was just so bloody good.
He just fits everywhere he goes. Mick Foley's one of those guys that just you're going to get something really special wherever he goes.
He was good, and I have to be honest, it took my interest mainly. I'm a massive Kurt Angle fan. Kurt Angle for me was one of the best wrestlers to ever grace a TNA ring. But a massive Mick Foley fan, like Cactus Jack, Mankind. I just, Dude Love. I was all over it. I loved all of his characters. He was brilliant, and a bit of a hero of mine, really.
Me too.
So I had to watch it because Mick was there. So it was quite nice to watch that. We then get Gia Miller. She was going around the ring with Zachary Wentz.
It's like round 3 with Zachary Wentz now.
Yeah, and it was interesting because he was they spoke about, is it Priscilla Kelly, which is his partner?
Yes.
And they had a bit of a conversation about her, and I was thinking it's interesting that they were bringing her up because she's actually a free agent, right?
Yeah, she recently wrestled Wentz at Revolver as well.
Yeah,
Again.
exactly. Yeah. There you go, Dead Punk. You're right. See, there you go. I was right. He was training for the Olympic trials. I knew there was something going on, which was cool. So yeah, it was quite a nice one. I quite enjoyed it. They talked about his style and all that kind of stuff. I can't believe he was a fan of Jersey Shore, but there you go. I wonder whether he was what was his name? Robbie E fan. What do you reckon? He might have been. He might have been a Robbie E fan. Jody Threat. She took on NXT Ariana Grace in what I thought was a pretty good match. But Jody eventually took the victory to close out the show. Again, another TNA female knockout taking out an NXT talent. Yes, it was on Xplosion, but it's good to see that the knockouts are racking up some victories over the NXT girls. What do you think?
It's great to see. It was a pretty good match too. I must admit, I was a bit on the fence about it because I wasn't blown away by Ariana Grace when I saw her with Santino and Runner, but when she's in the ring with someone in a much more serious match, a much more competitive match, she's actually really good.
Yeah, I think she's a good. The thing is here, right, that Ariana Grace, I think, is a much better wrestler than she's given credit for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really do think that. I think she is a much better talent. I mean, let's face it. I mean, I'm assuming her dad trains her. And let's face the facts, right? Santino Morelli is a fantastic wrestler. And he's got that MMA, that martial arts background. I think he does judo, everything, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So he's a proper all-round, combat sport guy. But there you go. Yeah, he must have really marked out for Robbie E and Cookie. I reckon he did. I do. I reckon he was proper marking out for them. He's given us evils, Mary. You're right.
It's actually quite threatening and intimidating. Now just looking up and seeing Jody Threat peering over my shoulder and Eric Young's screaming down her ears.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I want to talk about BFG now. With only one match announced, which is the Hardys versus Team 3D one last match, tickets seem to be flying out of the door for BFG. Now, I don't know what the exact number is right now, but I know it's into the thousands already. I did have a quick look on the site to see, have a look at the seating plan, and my God, there is definitely way less lit up seats than there is taken seats. So I'm not sure how many have sold and how many's left, but
they'll be expanding.
It is absolutely selling out. Now my only concern is, I was looking at the layout and I can't figure out for the life of me where the stage is going to be. Now, if anybody has had a look at the layout of the BFG arena, I mean, they've literally got seating the entire way around the ring, and they're selling seats all the way around. It's not, they've not got one side blocked off or anything. They're selling seats the entire arena. So I'm interested to see.
No, everyone drop down like Sting.
I don't know what's going on, but are they going to have a new unique setup for that show?
I hope so. It'll be pretty interesting to see.
I got a funny feeling they could do. I think we might be looking at a different stage setup for this show, and the way that they got it set up, because they have got the like the walkway, the runway to the ring, but it's sort of kind of like it's quite long, and it twists and turns. So, you know, I don't know. Yes, it does, my friend. It does. It holds 10,000. Whether we're going to put 10,000 in it, I don't know. But apparently for wrestling shows, it does hold 10,000. So it will be interesting. I think we're going to beat, I think we'll break the 8K.
Yeah, we'll get about 7 to 8 at least.
Yeah, well, I think we're gonna break the 8K. I think we're gonna smash that record again. We're gonna have over 8,000 fans in attendance for that show. If they got to 10, I mean, geez, that would be unbelievable, wouldn't it? That would be unbelievable. But yeah, unbelievable. But there you go. Yeah, I think you're right, Deb. I think the Hardys and the Dudleys one more time is a pretty big deal, especially for the Attitude Era fans. I agree. And what I'm liking about this, though, is that, you know, if you think about the Attitude Era fans, a lot of them have gone away.
Yeah.
A lot of them have moved away from wrestling. They've moved away from the WWE. Could it be possible that we are able to draw back some of those Attitude Era fans to TNA and then maybe hold on to them? What do you think?
Fingers crossed. Touch wood.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's a very, very strong possibility. But, you know, there you go. And did I just see David Valentine's just piped up in the chat? Did I see Limpster turn up?
I've not seen him, no.
No, I just wondered why he was mentioning Limpster. That was all. He's wondering how his favourite promotion, MLW, is going. Not that great from what I've heard. But anyway, we're talking about BFG right now, and I think it's going to be a hell of a show, and I'm very, very excited. Now, Joe, let's have a look at the Impact recap from last week, because in terms of news, I don't think there's been a massive amount of news. I think it's pretty much dominated by Ash winning the Knockouts title back for TNA, which is obviously big news. But let's have a quick recap of this past week's Impact leading into this week. So we kicked off things with Trick Williams, who defeated Moose to remain TNA World Champion at Emergence. Williams continues to disrespect TNA Wrestling when Mike Santana interrupts. Santana played a role in Williams failing to become #1 contender for the NXT Championship this past Tuesday on WWE NXT. Santana reminds the world that he was not pinned by Williams at Slammiversary and lays claim to the TNA World title. Williams denies him another opportunity, and Director of Authority Santino Morelli is about to give Santana what he wants and deserves, but Williams' contract states that he does not have to defend the title for another 50 days. Williams mentions Santana's family, causing him to charge the ring, and obviously Williams retreats. What did you think of the opening segment?
It was interesting, and I thought that the contract clause bit was brilliant. It just puts Trick Williams in line for Bound for Glory now. He doesn't. There's no worry about anyone getting injured before Bound for Glory, anyone or anything like that in terms of the world title. But I thought I loved just Trick just shooting down everybody like he always says, and like we talked about last week, he explained why he wears the belt upside down. Because he has turned TNA on its head. He reminded everybody that this is why he's not doing it out of disrespect or anything. He's doing it because he has turned TNA upside down. I thought that was a really good moment too.
Yeah, I thought it was cool, and I get what they're doing. I think they're building him as a heel. I think, I'm not going to lie, but he's doing a great job. I think he's doing a fantastic job. And I'm going to answer that question before we move on. Okay, so you're curious to know my opinion on TNA President Carlos Silver. I think Carlos Silver has done an amazing job of taking TNA to the next level once Scott D'Amore obviously moved on. I think Scott just didn't have the ambition to take TNA in the direction that the Anthem especially wanted it to go. I think Anthem wanted TNA to become a fully viable touring promotion. I think Scott was quite happy doing the smaller venues and treating TNA really almost like a glorified indie promotion. And of course providing somewhere to work for all of his friends. So not that I've got anything against Scott, because I massive kudos to Scott. He took TNA on when it was pretty much dead on its feet, and there was nobody else that was willing to do it. Even that that fool that moved on to AEW,
Don Callis.
Don Callis, even he sort of kind of, thought he'd give it a go. He had nothing else to do, so he'd give it a go. Do you know what I mean? And it just sort of kind of, I don't know. It just didn't work, did it? It just didn't work, and I don't think he really cared. I think it was just a place for him to lay his hat until something better came along, and when it did, off he went. Scott then continued, and there was a slow build, but it was very, very slow. And even when we got to obviously the rebranding back to TNA, and fair play to Scott. He did manage to get almost 1,800 fans, I guess, into that first Hard to Kill pay-per-view. But when you think about that now, not very many really. Compared to where we're at, 2 years later, and we're looking at potentially sticking 8,000 to 10,000 at BFG. You know what I mean? It's a massive difference, and I think what Carlos has done is he started to look at it more from a business perspective, and how they can create revenue to then take TNA to the next level, how they can work with people like WWE, how they can work with other promotions as well, because they've not only got working relationships with WWE, which is obviously the biggest one, they've got working relationships with other promotions as well. We've seen
AAA, they've still got that ongoing relationship with AAA.
Well, you've still got that going on. We've still got, the Noah relationship is still there. We've still got, they've now got, the Fourth Rope. We've obviously got that going on as well. So there are other, big things going on. I believe it's got something to do. Is it the reality of wrestling as well? Is that the
I think so,
Booker T's one?
Yeah, I think so.
Booker T's promotion. They got something going on with them as well. So they got all sorts of stuff going on, which is really helping elevate the brand. And Carlos has been, hell bent on getting TNA on TV again, and not just on TV, but getting them a proper bona fide deal.
The right place at the right time, rather than just jumping up the first thing that comes their way.
You've got it, mate. You've got it, and I think he's doing a fantastic job, and I'm fully behind him, and I'm fully behind TNA right now, and I want to see, I just want to see TNA thrive. Going into the new year, could you imagine if we get 8,000 to 10,000 people at BFG? What are we going to get for the first show in January 2026? It's going to be unbelievable. But I think some of what he's done as well. I think they've continued to create that family atmosphere backstage, like Dev Punk is saying. They're doing the awards at the end of every single kind of weekend of tapings or whatever it is that they're doing, big shows. He's bringing in people not only that have a wrestling background, but also people that don't have a wrestling background. Because let's face the facts. He had people in. Scott had people in places that they had no right. No experience, no right in being there. What does Josh Matthews know about running a fucking film truck, for fuck's sake, production truck? You know what I mean? As soon as they get people in that know what they're doing, all of a sudden you better the product. It's that simple. The amount of issues that we used to have with the Impact production, it was ridiculous. All of that's been ironed out. Yes, we still get the odd little thing here and there, but sometimes that could be something as simple as internet issues being created beyond your control. Different things like that can happen. There's loads of things that can happen. I think it's looking more and more really good. I'm excited about the future. I cannot wait to see where it goes. But listen, back to TNA Impact this last week. Gia Miller interviewed Order 4 ahead of their big 6-man tag team main event against the System and Matt Cardona. They don't trust the System. They must trust Mustafa Ali. Yeah, that's kind of the gist of that one. Santina Morella informs Trick Williams that he must find a partner to face Mike Santana and a partner of his choosing next Thursday. AJ Francis has Trick's back. There you go. I was expecting that one, I think. We then get the Knockouts Gauntlet, which will
This was so good.
Yes, that will determine the number one contender for the TNA Knockouts World Championship after WWE Heatwave. Now, Xia Brookside and Killer Kelly start the match in a disadvantageous number 1 and number 2 position. Brookside hits a stunner, but Kelly counters and follows that with a sunset flip. Brookside connects with the Brook. Was it they call it the Brooksy bomb? I think it is.
Yes.
To advance. So Xia Brookside defeated Killer Kelly. I was not expecting that.
That was quite a shock. I thought that I'm glad Xia Brookside got the win, to be honest, because but I did expect Killer Kelly to just stop putting in a rear naked choke and get her to tap out that way. But it was I
thought Killer Kelly was going to absolutely bully her to bits. I really did. I absolutely did. David Valentine. What do you want about? WWE is taking TNA to the next level. Scott was trying to get TNA to the next level. He asked Anthem to spend more. They rebuffed at Scott and fired him. Scott D'Amore offered Anthem $12 million to sell, but they don't want to sell it. Obviously, I'm so glad that David. I think you should just be thankful that Scott didn't buy it, because even if he did buy it for $12 million, where was he going to get the rest of the money from to take TNA to the next level? But there you go. There you go. So I think I'm glad that never happened. Now, then Dani Luna comes in. Dani Luna enters at number 3. She shakes hands with Brookside. Brookside hits the Hurricane Rana. Luna counters Broken Wings into the run and drop kick, followed by the Luna landing to advance. So she took out Xia Brookside. We then get Rosemary entering at number 4, and she sends Luna rolling to the outside with a spear. Rosemary bites her hand before locking the upside down. Luna escapes as above, so below, and puts Rosemary away with the Luna landing again. So Dani continues after defeating Rosemary. It was good to see Rosemary again, wasn't it? We haven't seen her for a while.
It was good to see Rosemary.
Then Indi Hartwell enters at number 5, but is immediately assaulted by Rosemary. Hartwell recovers and locks up with Luna. Hartwell hits the spine buster for 2. Luna counters, hurts Donut, but Hartwell traps her in a pinning predicament to then advance. So Indi then takes out Dani Luna. All exciting stuff. After the fall, Luna's frustration gets the better of her as she attacks Hartwell. Jody Threat enters at number 6, and Luna explains that she attacked Hartwell for her. Luna returns to the ring with a steel chair, but is confronted by Threat. Luna pummels Threat with the chair to cause the disqualification. Jody Threat defeats Indi Hartwell by disqualification to win the Knockouts Gauntlet. Now, I'm a bit confused because I don't understand how Jody wins by disqualification.
All of the match rules were a singles match. It's just one person after another until the last person was in. It was just standard rules apply for each person that's in the ring. So disqualifications were on. You could get counted out. You couldn't go backstage and beat each other up there because you just get counted out.
Okay, I get that. Okay. Now, following the conclusion of the Gauntlet, Luna has become unhinged as she attacks both Hartwell and the TNA security.
That clothesline, that was fucking that was way better than any clothesline I've seen from JBL when she sent that security guard inside out. That was fucking brilliant.
It was one of the best clotheslines I've ever seen a female do. Let's put it that way. I've never seen a clothesline like that. She's going crazy, Dani Luna, at the moment. I think she's actually on fire right now. What do you think?
It's great. It's like Gibbs said. It's so great to see Dani Luna turning heel, that extra flair of character in finally. I hope it does lead to a championship contention and hopefully a run sometime down the line too. Like I agree with him there. It's just
without
same with Zaya Brookside. I hope she gets another title opportunity soon too, because it's been over a year and a half after she faced Jordan Grace and Tasha Steeles.
Oh man, totally. Now the Inspiration and NXT's Fatal Influence have their sights set on capturing the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team titles and proving which brand is superior. What did you think of this segment? I really like this segment, and I can see this is obviously leading to something at Victory Road. What are your thoughts on the Inspiration at the moment? My problem with the I'm going to say this. Let me get this in first.
Yeah.
The Inspiration are clearly on a part-time type basis type thing. I don't know whether they've got maybe limited matches or I don't know. I'm not, or how it's panning out. But my problem with the Inspiration at the moment is I love them. I think they're great. I think they're fantastic characters. They're fairly good in the ring. But they're very sporadically turning up, and it's almost like it's the Inspiration, so we just need to find them something to do. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm in a similar mindset. You know, I was excited to see them come back, but they haven't done anything that's really wowed me since. It's like my biggest issue. Not really. No, they've had some great matches, but it's nothing from like a story perspective that's really maybe want to see them be champions sometime down the line. You know, I'm over the Elegance find still champions. I
mean, that match at Slammiversary, I'm sorry, they were very you know, I don't know what the word is, you know, forgettable. I guess they were forgettable. Yeah, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what Brian Monkey's hit tonight. But
this is what I'm saying though. Is that because of the deal that they're on? You know, is it because they're not necessarily available for every single set of tapings? Is that, you know what I'm saying? Is that I think is there circumstance which is preventing that right now? I think that's possibly where we're at with this one. I think there's circumstance which is stopping you know, getting a decent storyline going for them. But I guess we're just going to have to wait and see where it lands. Dani Luna explains her actions from earlier tonight. She isn't getting what she deserves.
Damn right.
Damn right she's not. We then get Ryan Nemeth, who's reminding the world that his big brother, Nick Nemeth, will return. Yeah, he'll be returning from suspension in 2 weeks. You know, there you go. There you go. So Dead Punk saying the problem he has is that the Inspiration and Fatal Influence are way too similar for me to really care. You could be right.
Yeah.
But after an extremely explosive match, Frankie Kazarian defeats Jake something. Now, I was gutted about this because, you know, for me,
Jake was on the win, was getting his momentum back.
Yeah, Frankie needs to be putting people like Jake over, in my opinion. You know, Jake is a young up and coming talent. He's a beast. I still am not convinced on his gimmick. I just don't think it works when it comes to a televised brand. It kind of makes sense in a sense of like if you're on an indie circuit, like you go to a one-off show, you get it. Yeah. But I'm not sure it makes sense on a televised week-to-week promotion. I just don't get it. And I said before, I think TNA and Jake something would benefit from turning him into the next Abyss. I do, honestly. I honestly do. I think he would make such a monster character to be scared of. Yeah. You know, you want Jake to be that guy that nobody wants to wrestle. You know what I mean? Because he's just that monstrous. I don't know. What do you think on Jake?
I think he's incredible. I've got no issues with his gimmick and that. It just seems TNA doesn't seem to be able to find a path for him to go down and then stick to it. I was hoping we'd see more from him and Steve Macklin afterwards, but obviously Kazarian did get in his face in that, so that made sense. I was hoping that maybe this would the on to something else. But it seems like it's not Jake Something's lost this match, so Kazarian will be going for mapping next. So where does Jake Something go from here? It seems to be every avenue he goes down. It seems to just hit a bump in the road and then straight into a wall.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
It's
exactly
frustrating.
It is a bit frustrating because he sort of starts to get a push and then it sort of kind of gets pulled back again. But James, there's a simple answer to that one. No, I totally disagree. Yeah, make Jake join the Elegance brand and rename him Jake Giovanni. That would be interesting. Yeah, I like that.
If they were going to make him change character, the best way to do it would be to write him off and have him come back as a completely different character, so no one even knows it's Jake Something. Like we did with when Suicide came in and they got guys like Caleb Connolly to be Suicide. You know, you just didn't know who it was. And and the hometown man, you know, we don't know who the hometown man is, and look how that's going.
Well, I honestly thought it. You know, at one point, I actually thought it was Jake. I actually thought it was Jake Something was the hometown man, because they've got very similar physiques.
Similar beards.
Exactly. You know, they're got some very similar attributes. You know what I mean? But no, it just obviously I just don't know. Mara Sade. I'm saying it wrong again, I'm sure. Sade. And Jeff Hardy share their passion for the art. And after Leon Slater defeated Cedric Alexander to remain X Division champion at Emergence, they will now team up against TNA World Tag Team Champions, the Hardys, next Thursday. So tomorrow, we're going to get that.
Fucking good.
That's going to be an absolute cracker of a match. I absolutely love that match. I think it's going to be amazing. Norris. You're saying that you agree with the mask, as in me, as in my mask idea. Going to turn him into a monster. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah. It's like I said. You know, if you write Jake Something off as a character, if you want him to change character, write him off completely, and then have him come in as a new wrestler.
There you go. Look at that. See, Dead Punk's got it right. This is exactly what I think. I don't know whether it should be Father James Mitchell, but maybe Rosemary could do that role. But anyway, you know, he's
James Mitchell will come back. It'd be so good to see James Mitchell back. Oh yeah.
He's saying long-term to blah blah blah. With Jake, you need a Father James Mitchell to help bring out the monster. Much like he did with Abyss. I agree. I think that's exactly what we need. I'm all for that. I think that would be amazing. But there you go. TNA International Champion Steve Macklin stepped up to be Mike Santana's partner against Trick Williams and AJ Francis next week. So that should be interesting.
That's going to be fucking good.
Yeah, man. TNA Knockouts World Champion, NXT Women's Champion JC Jane is in the ring to address her TNA Knockouts World Title defense against Masha Slamovich and Knockouts World Tag Team Champion By Elegance this Sunday at WWE Heatwave. Jane claims that the Director of Authority Santina Maria is trying to stack the deck against her in an attempt to bring the Knockouts World Title back to TNA. Jane is confronted by Ash, who insists that the world should be talking about her accomplishments. Slamovich joins an heated war of words, promising victory this Sunday. All three women face off one final time before WWE Heatwave. I enjoyed that. I thought that was really good.
It was a really good promo, really solid, and for once, no one actually got that whacked.
No, I just thought it was a really, really good thing. What's this going on here? Hang on a minute. Reform Decay with Jake and someone else who needs the same character change. Yeah, who knows? Or just bring Crazy back. Just bring Steve back.
Yeah, always good to see Steve.
Yeah, he was a fantastic guest as well on the show. We had a good friend of the show. Tasha Steeles and the Great Hands insult Mara Sade's art. Sade wants a match with Tasha next week. Interesting way to build to a match. Yeah, your painting sucks. Well, let's have a fight about it. But yeah, that was interesting. Eric Young tries to get inside the head of Myron Reed. Didn't seem to I don't know. Didn't seem to work out that one. After a match of shenanigans, Order 4, Mustafa Ali and the Great Hands defeated the System with Moose and Brian Myers and Matt Cardona. After the match, Ali continues to assault with a steel chair on Cardona and the rest of the System. JDC joins the fray, wiping out everyone with a dive off the top rope. Agent Zero destroys JDC with a chokeslam on the chair. Moose is forced to watch as Order 4 stands tall. Mustafa Ali, big smile on his face. Impact goes off air.
JDC doing that Van Daminator kick, that was so cool. So good to see that.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
That was so amazing.
I got to be honest, right? Since he's returned as to become part of the System, JDC I think has been really good, hasn't he? Dango's been really good.
He's been incredible. Since he left Santino Mora and just started to go, oh man, do I hate pro wrestling? Or since that started, he really broke into his own again, and he's just been incredible. He's been on a massive tear since then. But when he got into the System, he's just gone even further. It's just they made a really good decision getting him into the System. He just fits the mold perfectly.
Definitely. Hello, J-Bone. Nice to see you, buddy. Interesting. Actually, I'm just wondering, David Valentine is saying that Sami Callihan is now going to fade away, but actually, that's a good shout, Gibster. I'm down with that. Sami Callihan be Jake's manager and make Jake the new Death Machine.
Yeah.
That is a great idea.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic idea. I'm all for that, Gibster. That is a really, really good idea. I'm down with that. But anyway, let's get back to the Mustafa Ali stuff. So, JDC, I think, impressed me quite a lot recently. But, what are your thoughts on Order 4? Let's face it, about a month ago, we were like, Order 4 is like sucking big time. What are our thoughts on Order 4 right now, a month later?
Oh my God, I'm so glad Tasha Steelz did what she did. Damn, that was like one of the best plot twists ever. We all thought they were going to break up. We thought the System was going to break up at one point. They came back together. We thought, oh, here we go. Order 4 is going to fall apart. Now they're going to break up. And Tasha Steelz gets them back together. And they've all just carried it brilliantly. It's been one of these short-term and long-term storytelling coming together perfectly. There were so many points that they all could have just fallen apart and they all could have just walked away. But instead, they stuck through it all. And now we've got two of the big, massive teams ready to kick the shit out of each other.
Absolutely. I think it's great. And do you know what? I absolutely love the red and yellow Iron Man gear that the System are wearing right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome, and they're the new anti-heroes of TNA. I love it, absolutely love it. But that actually ties in quite nicely now to what's going to happen this Thursday on Impact, of course.
Yeah.
And as we were talking earlier, of course, we're going to get the Inspiration versus Fallon Henley and Jasmine Nix. What? I mean, I'm assuming the Inspiration are going to win. But I don't know. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But it would be good to see that. Or are we going to get shenanigans and then end up with some sort of three-way at Victory Road? I don't know. What do you think?
Unless they come out and interrupt the Elegance band during their celebration, then I think the Inspiration are going to win this cleanly. Otherwise, if there's any interference with the Elegance band's celebration or whatever they've got to say, then there'll be a three-way match at Victory Road.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's going down. And of course, after Eric Young and Myron Reed's interaction this past Thursday, we're going to get Eric Young versus Myron Reed. That should be a great match.
Yeah, two really good talents.
I'm a massive fan of the goat, the young goat. I'm a big fan of the young goat. So looking forward to seeing how that one pans out. We're also getting Mara Shade versus Tasha Steelz.
It's going to be good.
Again, fantastic match. That should be a cracker. We've got the TNA World Tag Team Champions, the Hardys, versus TNA X Division Champion Leon Slater and Cedric Alexander. Woo!
Wonderful! That's no other way to sum up how I'm feeling about that. Apart from
that is going to be amazing. That is going to be an amazing show.
Yeah.
I just, you know, I think that's going to be a great match. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, Cedric and Leon together. I mean, come on. What a team. What a team, you know. I mean, Leon is an amazing tag team wrestler. We've seen him tagging with Dyrese. He's an amazing tag team wrestler. So I'm sure he's going to
behavior are fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I think he's going to gel really well with Cedric Alexander as well. But I said all along, though, I don't understand why they've not signed Dyrese so far because, you know, straight away, not only have you got a great singles competitor for the X Division, you've also got a potential tag team straight away without even, you know, they could just be a tag team straight off the bat.
He's heading back to Revolver as well. They've got another show coming up. He's at their next show. Yeah,
there you go. So it's going to be good to see what happens with Dyrese. I don't know. I just have a feeling he is coming in at some point, but we'll just have to wait and see. And then I think the main event is going to be Mike Santana and TNA International Champion Steve Macklin versus TNA World Champion, of course, Trick Williams and AJ Francis. Let's talk about it.
Let's go. This is going to be good. There's going to be a lot of meat slapping. That's for sure.
It's going to be hard hitting. I think AJ Francis is going to take most of this match with Steve Macklin, I would imagine. And then, because I think what we're going to have, I think this is going to end up with AJ Francis versus Steve Macklin for the international. And we're going to get Trick Williams, obviously Mike Santana, obviously at some point down the line. But, you know, I think it's going to be a really good match. I really, really do. I think it's going to be a good match. I think there's going to be shenanigans involved. And I think AJ is going
to got Rich Swann via ringside.
Exactly. I think AJ is going to end up pinning Steve Macklin.
Yeah. As much as I don't like to see Macklin lose, but it's going to set up a damn good match.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Barry thinks that Cedric is going to turn heel.
Yeah, I thought that after when Leon Sayers left on his own and Cedric walked off. I had a feeling that at some point they'll team together for a little while, and then Cedric's going to try and get one up on Leon. Something's going to happen.
Cedric wants that X Division title.
Yeah, and he's still got that chip on his shoulder. You know, you didn't beat me. Yeah, you beat me now. When he keeps on mentioning that, you know that he's not letting that go just yet.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
He still thinks he's the hot shit, while Leon Slater is the hot shit.
Leon is the hot shit.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. He is the hot shit. Well, guys, I think that's all we got time for this week. You know, which is a real shame, of course. But also, if you want to show your support for the TNI UK team, please feel free to, subscribe to the channel. Or head over to prowrestlingtees.com/Total Nonstop Impact for some great shirts. Or, of course, head over to our exclusive Spreadshirt merch store as well. With the links are obviously, of course, below, and you can get to Spreadshirt store via the shop actually on YouTube. So go and check that out. All TNI shows are available to all you listen on the Go fans. As audio only via SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to your favorite shows, we are, of course, there. Where can we find you on the socials, Joe?
You can follow me on Twitter at JOKEmptySpace, or you can jump onto YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Look for #EmptySpace, #IntoTheVoid, or friends into your taste words and your sense of humor, #Daily Giggle. But approach it, never mind. You just might keep your sanity.
If you want to follow TNI on the socials, at We Talk Impact on the X, on the Facebook, on the Instanet, we are there. Go and check us out at We Talk Impact. That is our, we're just basically everywhere. Like, at We Talk Impact. That if you pop that in, you'll get everything. So go and check us out. You can find me at Lord Bison 45 on the X, on TikTok at Bison by Design, and of course, don't forget Bison by Design, the brand clothing at bbdwear.etsy.com. Before I do anything else, I do want to say a special thank you to the Machine Tracy Holt for joining us and exclusively revealing her signature collection gym set, available via TikTok shop and on bbdwear.etsy.com. The links, of course, are below. Make sure you go and check it out, guys. Don't forget our shirts are available. All of my stuff's available. This shirt is available. There's loads of stuff. Go and check it out. I appreciate, even if you don't decide to buy anything, give us a follow, because people that follow means that we get to more people who might want to buy our stuff. So really, really do appreciate that. Please take the time to help us out moving up the rankings on YouTube by giving us a thumbs up. If you're new to us and you like what you see, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget to give the bell a tickle, a squeeze, or of course a smash to never miss any of the TNA related content coming out each and every week from the TNI UK and the US teams. There you go. With all that said, I of course have been Bison. He has been the Joker, and this has been episode 245 of Impacted. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Take care. Much love to the TNI tribe. We'll see you next week.